back room there, so let's not give him any long of a wait. Here we've got Stone Abdullah joining us. How are you?
I am fantastic, Brian. How are you,
I'm
sir?
Great. I love it when people react to those things. It's great to see
It's
that.
great. I was just like,
Rock
man.
out,
I was
man.
like, I'm like, somebody give me some sticks. You know what I mean? Like, where are you? You over there? Hurry up! Bring those sticks up.
Where's the road crew?
Yeah, where are they? Did you
So-
fire them? I told you to keep until Saturday, bro. You know,
Yeah.
you know how it goes, Brian.
So Stone and I met just it was 2 or 3 months ago. We were on a stream
Yeah.
together, and I think we hit it off right away. So that's why it's a pleasure not only to have you back on. You were on my show once to talk about your campaign, and we'll have a brief look at that because you wanted to mention the book that you just put out there. And I wanted you to come on to help me interview some folks. We've got some great guests joining us today. We have let's see. We'll start out with the man producing Aquila. It's Aardvark. How are you, sir?
Hello, I'm good. How are you guys?
Great. Thank you for being here, man.
Thank you for inviting
Thank
me.
you.
Yeah, you
And
bet.
Aardvark. You guys watch out for this Aardvark. You know, he's got special talents. That's all I'm saying.
That's
He's
right.
got special talents. Yeah, so that's the reason why you don't see his face.
We've been told he's deceptively handsome, so that's
Yeah,
just for his own protection.
There's no deception about it.
Okay.
we
Just
can't
right
get
on out
flagged.
there.
Yeah, you know, no sense getting flagged for being honest. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah,
leave
right,
it out there. Gotta appreciate it.
Also joining us tonight are Michael and Karshena, who are putting together Skits Origins Book 0. How are you?
Ooh, hey,
Oh, there she is.
This is fantastic.
Oh boy, you're starting out roboting, but that's okay. We'll muddle our way through.
We
I
just
think-
still in the beginning, we got it.
Yeah,
Skynet
they're-
is happening.
Their
Yeah.
internets are a little testy at nighttime, they said. So we'll see if we can't get them to stop with the Mr. Roboto and talk about
Don't
right.
get me started, okay?
Yeah. Oh, okay. They're gonna try to come back, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Don't worry about it. The folks, just hang tight. We've got refreshments in the back. Technical difficulties. We've got
Just
it.
head in the back room and you're good. Yep.
You're good.
Okay.
You're good.
So let's see if this sounds any better. How's that? Does that sound better?
I don't know. You tell us. How are we sounding?
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
much better.
Crystal
Yep.
clear.
All right. I saw you doing the Mr. Roboto. Don't you do that.
Don't do that. Don't. Did you say no?
They're worried
Did I
that
hear you?
they're worried that you're culturally appropriating from their robots.
Yeah, right. It's culturally appropriating the Japanese.
Just say that again. Say that again.
I'll be
You
mom.
skits. No. This is a safe space, as the kids would say. You make that declaration about robots and us doing like the Jackson 5. You know, she's a dancing machine. I was just like, man, she is a dancing machine. I had it on earlier on repeat for no reason. You know what I mean? Because it's Wednesday, it's hump day. So
It's
you
an
folks out there
adrenaline
sponsored,
rush, right?
It's an adrenaline rush, okay? So
The
folks,
show
perfect.
must go on.
Perfect.
Hey.
Yeah, that's right. What we'll do though
Roboto or not.
is we will start off by mentioning Stone's novel that he just put out, and I'm going to share screen. I got everybody's campaigns ready to go. Are you going to show it to us? You have it right there.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, let's solo him out.
Oh, look at that. You guys
Check
see
that out.
this? It's awesome. Now I'm
Nice.
I don't want to scare anyone. I don't want to scare anyone, but this is the second novel I produced from Journey of the Shadow. This is Darkness Falls. It was released May 7th. And it's the sequel to this book, all right? Volume 1. Now, all I'm going to do is turn them to the side so you all can see the content distribution, okay? I'm just going to turn to the
Whoa.
side.
Oh,
So I've got a lot of I love people that gripe about this book. I think I got the Guinness Book of World Record of people griping about me not giving them the answer or telling them what happens, you know, in the rest of the story. But that's the point of a series, broski, you know, bro, do that. And so what I always had in mind was to, double or triple the content because the story's been in my head for 20 something odd years. And that's exactly what I did. So now you get twice the amount of content to complain about. So I hope that Journey of the Shadow, Darkness Falls, I hope Journey of the Shadow, Darkness Falls does exactly that. But I'm really proud of that we finally got this book out. It had its hangups, and community got together, and some really awesome folks backed this project on Kickstarter. So I appreciate you guys. I won't get into the granular parts of it, but a lot of what you see behind you is a big component behind this entry in Journey of the Shadow, Darkness Falls.
Very nice.
Behind him, play a big part of it. Yes.
Yes. Absolutely. Did you want me to explicate further, Brian? Did you?
No, it sounds like you're good with that. That's fine.
Oh,
yep. We'll
okay. Yeah.
I'm going to bring up your campaign so people can see those pictures close up, and then we'll have a look at mine real quick as well because I'm in the pre-launch phase. So we'll have a look at those after though we look at our guests' stuff here. So we're going to start with you, Aardvark. I am going to share screen.
Careful. Skynet is watching.
Be very careful.
Be very, very careful.
Oh no.
Hold on. Don't go much further. You don't want to get copyright struck.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Can't. Yeah, they're listening.
So, Aardvark, we're going to start right off with: is this Aquila or Aquila?
The debate of the century.
Right.
It's a source of much much controversy. I've come to the conclusion that it is. You can say it however you like.
Oh, good. I'm going with Aquila.
Yeah.
Aquila.
So I said it as Aquila since for the majority of its existence, and then I started speaking with Michael Odin, and he, during that phone call, he was saying Aquila. And I didn't correct him because he is, as you probably already know, he is literally a expert on Roman history. And so...
Literally, yes.
Literally is. He actually is. And so... I didn't correct him because I assumed he was correct. And then I had another stream and some other people started to say Aquila, and then other people were saying Aquila, and then it became a whole thing. And so I started to say Aquila because I assumed that was the correct way to say it after I got corrected. But now I don't know. Say it however
you wake up sweating. You know what I mean?
Is it possible that it's Aquila?
That it could also be that. The only way that we could find out would be to time travel to ancient Rome, and right now I don't have that option. So
don't worry, we're working on it.
I love it.
Aquila.
Maybe I should.
Thirsty? Get some Aquila. You know what I mean? Like, say it American way. Aquila.
Aquila.
Oh gosh.
So
go ahead, my friend. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Stone.
No, I was going to ask Aardvark. You want to take us through? You want to tell us the premise behind Aquila?
Yeah. So
Aquila.
Aquila is a member of an organization called the Phoenix Guard, which is a galactic police force, and every solar system in our galaxy, or at least within the territory covered by the galactic government, has one Phoenix Guard, and Aquila is the only one in our solar system. So our solar system is kind of not really important in the grand scheme of things of the galaxy, and so the galactic government don't really pay any attention to it. And as a result, it's become a bit of a pirate's cove. It's full of criminals who are hiding away in the asteroid belt and in the Kuiper belt and in the moons of Jupiter and Saturn and all throughout.
It's my kind of party, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, don't knock this solar system. Are you kidding?
Yeah. Well, so it's a whole feast of crime and villainy going on in the solar system, and he's got his work cut out for him. And in this book, he finds himself entangled in a situation where he has to fight a gang of smugglers and racketeers led by a ferocious space squatch.
Wait a minute. Wait, could you repeat that? Did you say space squatch? Like Sasquatch, but space squatch?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
That is freaking cool. Tell me more. I mean, hey.
I can't share my screen because Dojo's done a bit of a
he's Skynet. Yeah. Skynet's doing its thing. So folks, don't panic in the comments.
When you see him, this guy, he's like a 8-9 foot tall, half bear, half gorilla monster with cybernetic,
cybernetic implants and
jetpack and scary breathing mask and all.
Only 9 feet tall. Come on.
Well,
she says,
I don't know how big he is. I don't know. I haven't met him.
Yeah. That's okay. You just got to set up an appointment, and then he probably has a busy schedule.
I like the name though, Space Squatch. That's awesome.
Space Squatch.
He's leader of a gang called the Black Skull Gang, which is full of equally kind of gruesome and ugly,
diabolical and evil.
Things. Rich Ayala of Roach Balls fame, he said that they resemble the gang resembles 1980s Saturday morning cartoon villains from He-Man and Thundercats and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's throwback to
go wrong there.
You can't go wrong. The
no,
only thing
absolutely not.
When you said that, I'm sorry, is that when you said black gang school or black school gang, I was like, oh man, because I take my husband to black girl school.
Skull.
Oh, Skull. See, it's the internet. It's the internet.
Skull.
Sorry, that's my I don't speak American, so
that's all right. You're forgiven. Not everybody's perfect, right?
Certainly not me. Well, except for my face.
Yeah,
your accent is superb. Trust me. This the internet.
It's
the internet.
Beautiful.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Yes, it's the internet. But man, Dojo, he was just telling us. Aardvark was just telling us about Space Squatch. Okay, Space Squatch, an 8 or 9 foot behemoth that he's got all the hair on him. He's got a cybernetic jetpack and all this other cool stuff on it, and it's like Sasquatch from space. And I'm like, I've never heard of that. Like no one, I haven't seen anyone so far.
He's an abominable spaceman.
Abominable spaceman. I'm like, that's freaking cool.
Does he bounce?
Well, do you want to pull it up? Do you want to pull it up on the screen again, and then we can take a look at this bad boy?
Yeah, give it a shot. Roll that beautiful bean footage, my friend.
If not, I could pull it up on my screen.
Hopefully, it doesn't kick me out again.
Yeah, because it was probably mad. Because it's like, oh, you didn't clear my cache. I'm like, what's wrong with you? We're live.
You're mad at us. We're sorry. We're sorry.
We're sorry. We're so sorry.
Okay. Yeah. If you scroll down a bit, you'll see some of the characters, and you'll see the So it was written by me. There he is. There's Ursatz.
Bro.
That was the cover done by Dean James of The Embrace, also known as Comics Mate here on YouTube. That guy, he did all of that himself, pencils, inks, and colors, and they were all done by hand. He did it with Copic markers for the coloring, so which gives it such a unique kind of vividness. If that's a word.
That vivid it pops out and it stands out. So shout out to you, Steph Wilson, Copic markers. If you guys, there's a running joke that he stays away from Copic markers. So I hope he sees the stream. I hope he sees it. looking at you, Steph Wilson.
But yeah, Dean did all that 100%. I've also got another cover, which is done by an artist called Kari Salviejo, who worked on SPQR for Michael Odin.
Yeah.
Who also did The Embrace. There it is. And so there you see Ursatz, the Space Squatch, with some of his cronies.
Wow.
Looks amazing. Love this. I love the design, dude.
So is this a wraparound or a sideways cover?
That's going to be a Virgin wraparound cover.
Okay.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
Without the trade dress. I like it.
Yeah. It's going to be a Virgin wraparound cover. And those are just some pictures of Ursatz and Aquila. She did that digitally. She did that all digitally. So I was fortunate enough to get the layers, so I can layer them separately. Which
nice, very good. Yeah.
So
awesome.
It's going to be a 23-page story, and there's a bit of a lore behind that. I originally had it done by a different artist. The entire book was completely finished. It was done by an artist from Vietnam, and they were not used to doing science fiction or fantasy. They usually did romance or slice of life kind of comic books. Okay. And they didn't really tell me how difficult it was for them to do this until, unfortunately, after the thing was done. And when I received it, it wasn't to the standard that I wanted. I didn't feel like it met the, CG is an arena. Yeah. It's an arena of champions, and I didn't want to go in there with. I didn't want to take a toothbrush to the gunfight,
So does that mean then that they didn't give you each page as it was completed? They waited till the entire thing was done?
They gave me it in batches of 7 pages, and throughout every time I received it, the quality diminished because of the content. The content of the book became more demanding as they progressed.
I see.
And ultimately, I decided to get the entire book from start to finish redrawn by Kari Salviejo. So if you scroll down, sorry, Dojo, to
no problem. I'm driving, but yeah, you tell me where to go. It's fine.
If you scroll down,
where to go. That's for sure.
You hit play on that. If you hit play on that, you'll see
this one here.
You'll see Kari, some of Kari's artwork.
Okay, let's do that.
Or if it's too much demand on your computer, I can share the screen and I can show you some pages.
All right, let's see what happens.
Yeah. She is an absolutely spectacular artist.
Oh, wow.
Oh, geez, look at this.
Doing double time.
Are you kidding?
That's how fast she draws as well. Like,
yeah, I believe it.
She's a regular Jose Garcia.
That's not cocaine, folks. That's just
talent.
All skill. It's all talent.
Crack pack backs every day. Bow.
Wow. What you talking about?
But she's absolutely she's out of this world. Excuse the pun. She's so good.
That's a great pun for this.
Maybe she's 9 feet tall. She's 9 feet tall. It's awesome.
I've got a really great team working on this. I've got Dean did that cover. Dean's also doing the letters. I also have got 2 editors, which I think is a rarity in
that's
these
rare.
Necks of the Woods.
Who do you have looking at it?
I've got Michael Oden of The Embrace, SBQR, Elysian Fields, and I have Kimo Sabe of Company Man.
Oh,
wow.
This project wouldn't exist if not for either of those guys. Kimo Sabe I've known since 2017 when I came up with when this idea was incepted. Inceptioned. When this idea was invented.
Incepted, I like it.
I like
when I first created the character, it started out as a sketch of a Roman soldier, and somehow it ended up as a space cop. And Kimo Sabe, he doesn't really like to show off this talent very much, but he's actually an accomplished artist in his own right.
Yeah, he is.
And he I think he went to art school, but I'm not 100% sure about that. But he doesn't have enough faith in his sequential art, but he is certainly a really good artist in his own right. And so me and him together, we collaborated on making all these aliens and the Aquila design. And he was like a samurai sword maker. He was just folding that metal over and over and over again until we perfected the design of Aquila. And I think we did a spectacular job working on it.
Rob, yes, it looks spectacular. The work speaks for itself.
Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Speaks for itself.
I'm going down the George Lucas route of taking all the things I loved when I was a kid and mashing them together until I get something really good. And he did that with samurais, westerns, and science fiction serials to create this film you might not have heard of called Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of familiar. I don't know.
In a kind of
Jedi.
In a kind of twist of fate.
Jorge.
What?
Lucas.
Yeah, that guy.
Jorge.
Oh, that guy, Jorge. Yeah. Same guy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh, I was 10 years old.
Yeah, in a sort of twist of fate, I kind of took all the things I liked when I was a kid. So I grew up in the 90s, so I watched a lot of Dragon Ball, a lot of Power Rangers, a lot of Pokemon, those types of things, and Star Wars as well. And I got both Star Wars. I got the special editions in 1997, and then I got the prequels within a very short space of time. So I kind of got blasted with 6 Star Wars movies in the space of 10 years. And
nice.
That took up a significant portion of my life.
It was a different time.
I wanted all my monsters to look like they could be people in rubber suits, and I wanted I wanted my hero to be somebody to look like a practical effect, like one of those Japanese superheroes, like Kamen Rider or Super Sentai, Power Rangers, that
Super
type of
Sentai,
Ultraman. Yeah. Funny you said that. New Ultraman film came out last month.
Did it?
Yeah,
okay.
and it's Hideki Anno who did Shin Godzilla. He worked on that.
Is it any good?
I haven't seen it.
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, yeah. Hold your opinion,
but
folks.
Ultraman, those types of. I wanted it to look like that, and I think we really hit. I think we did a really good job.
Nice.
Yeah, I think my favorite part of that armor is the helmet. That is so cool looking.
Yeah. I hope I meet a good metallurgist who can fashion me one.
Oh yeah.
Then I wouldn't have to be an icon on the internet. I could at least hide my face, my beautiful face.
I think if you were wearing that today with all the heat, that you would be very uncomfortable.
I'm pretty sure Aquila's is air conditioned, so he might be.
Okay. Well, if you could pull that off, then
some of that
awesome.
Freon.
Kudos.
Yeah.
Get some of that. Don't worry about the CFCs. We just worried about you being, chilled. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're worried about.
So, Aardvark, would you like me to play the trailer for this?
Yeah, sure. If you, that trailer was done by B Rose. If you can.
Oh, never mind then. If it's B Rose.
No, it's a really good trailer. You can play it. Yeah.
All right. Even though it's B Rose, I'll go ahead and play it.
Yeah, I'm talking about that music, right?
Yeah, that was B Rose's choice. Again, for once, B Rose did something right. He's so good at promoting other people. He's so good at promoting other people.
Yeah, let's not give him too much credit now. This is my channel.
I have to say, I am pro B Rose. I have to say, he helped me out a lot.
I wish you'd have warned me about that before I invited you on. No, I'm kidding.
Also, kudos to Dean. I forgot to mention, Dean actually designed that awesome logo that you saw at the end too. So
did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks to Dean. Yeah. Thank you.
Definitely kudos to Dean.
Beautiful.
Cool.
Yeah. It's a beautiful presentation. I love that. You guys saw me jamming. It had like this Carpenter Brut, that French musician, has that sort of appeal. I'm all about that. If you couldn't tell by the lights behind me, I'm all about that. Like that's super cool stuff.
Yeah,
sci-fi guy, you know what I mean? Like I love it. You guys blew it out of the water. It's really cool. Super cool.
Yeah.
As you can see, I just signed up, and I suggest that everyone watching, if you're watching on the replay, if you're watching it live, make sure you do as well, so that you are given the notifications as to when it goes live. But I think you've already got a date selected, don't you, Aardvark?
Yeah. Just to quickly, if you do sign up, you will get a sign-up bonus, which is a high-definition file of Kari's wraparound cover that you will be able to use as a desktop wallpaper.
Oh, sweet!
Sick.
Yeah,
Sick.
yeah. We're launching on that one. Yeah. So we're launching on July 15th.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah. So in exactly 1 month.
Perfect.
Today is June the 15th.
Yeah.
And what do you know what channel you'll be launching on?
We're doing a pre-launch on B-Rose, and we're launching on Bancroft.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
B-Rose won't help you much, but Bancroft will.
well, hopefully Phoenix is there to kind of steer us all in the right direction.
Now, boys.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how many of you on the panel know, but B-Rose and I have one of those, it's a lore kind of thing. We've got that faux feud going on all the time. I can't wait until 6 a.m. Comics puts us in the ring together on his wrestling SummerSlam kind of thing. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I kind of have that with Raiden Radio. Him and I, whenever, like, we're really good friends, but we always kind of feud on the stream and
take
fun of each other. And
Hugh Jackman and what's that?
He pranked me once by he invited me on the show on his top 5 show to talk about our top 5 Star Wars movies, and we went through the entire thing, and he didn't tell. He just the punchline was that he actually had never seen a single Star Wars movie. And he pretended that he'd seen them all, and he was a really big Star Wars fan. And I kind of, when he said that The Last Jedi was his second favorite, I kind of suspected something was up.
It's like,
just a little bit.
Wait a minute.
When he said Attack of the Clones was really exciting. When it great dialogue in the Attack of the Clones, I was kind of like, really?
What, really? Which one did you watch?
yeah. So, but I will have my vengeance in this life or the next. Don't you worry.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah. But so like, Star Wars is a big inspiration for me. I think that'll show. What I really love about what I've made with Aquila and is that it really blends a lot of modern sci-fi with retro sci-fi with some of the sci-fi in the middle. It's got a lot of a mixed aesthetic. The interiors are black and white, and that's kind of like a tribute to really original comics that were printed on newsprint and things like Flash Gordon and Buck Rogers. That early kind of science fiction.
Okay.
Pulp science fiction.
Michael's right.
The bright colors, that's definitely very Silver Age, and so and now it's all done digitally, so that's modern age. So I've really got sort of across the pantheon there.
It's poignant that you point out that the bright colors are like Silver Age, because I was thinking that there's like a Starlin look to this cover right here.
Yeah.
Good point, Brian.
Yeah. Well, Kari worked on that. Like, I didn't give her any pointers. I just kind of said, like, draw a face off between the two and draw some of the villains. And she did this. And I was just blown away when I saw it. I was like, wow.
Yeah. Right.
My jaw dropped. And I was just stunned. So like, but with regards to the Silver Age, I try very hard to be modest, as you've obviously seen. I am very humble.
Right. Yeah.
And
very humble individual.
And Kemosabe likes to say, he said before, he really does sing my praises from with the top of his voice. He's always saying that he thinks I'm a great writer, I'm a great creator, and he says that he thinks, not I think, he thinks I am the best Silver Age writer not writing in the Silver Age.
Oh,
so
that's high praise.
That is very high praise, and I hope I can live up to it.
Oh, you will. Don't worry about it. You and your face will.
Oh, that's your silver lining.
There you go.
Oh my God.
Queen of the puns.
If only you can see me. If only you can see me.
Did you hear that, chat? If only. Like our part, great. This is great stuff. I think this is beautiful work. It's a beautiful idea, beautiful execution. Thank you. You have a great team surrounding it, and I, for one, believe that this campaign is going to do well than beyond your expectations.
I hope so. I can only kind of cross my fingers and pray, you know.
Oh, we'll cross our fingers and our toes, and we're gonna throw some salt over our shoulders and stuff. You know, do some pirate dances. You know, but at the end of the day, when something, you know, I don't maybe bring out the pirate dance. But,
I was gonna say, kick us off, Stone. Go ahead.
Oh, you never know where you go until you get there. But my point is that once you launch this, and a lot more people get their eyeballs on it, they'll see, you know, this is one of those gems, and this is the beauty of the independent community, right? That you have that ability to mesh so many ideas together, and you're not restricted creatively. You don't have those bounds. So, yeah, bravo, man, and you're going to have a lot of success with it. Oh, are we bringing up? I
was going to say, now that we're about halfway through the show, let's make sure we say hi to the folks who have joined us. We have Verse Film Productions. I think Karshina may know a couple of those folks. We have What About? Thanks for being here, What About? Good to see you. We have super fan Rick Saylor. Thanks for being here, Rick. Good, very good to see you, sir.
We love Rick.
Yeah, right. Rick. Crazy Mad is with us in the chat. Thanks for being here. Oh, artist extraordinaire Chauncey Blakey is with us. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Chauncey, for being here. And thanks to any of you who are watching on the replay, because I know there is, you know, other streams going on right now. I'm competing with some of the big wigs and all that. That's okay. You know,
it's fine.
Catch us on the replay. Oh yeah, no problem.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. we're going to cry in the shower later. That's why we're saying it's fine right now. It's fine now. I know where I'll be. You know, listen to Michael Bolton's, you know, tell me how am I supposed to live without you? I'm like, they didn't watch it live. You know what I mean? That's going to be me. But anyway, yeah.
I guess Michael Bolton cut you off. Michael Bolton cut you off.
Yeah. Michael Bolton, man, with the cock block. That was amazing. That was amazing.
All right.
Touche.
So,
touche.
Yeah, Rick confirms what I said a few minutes ago. It's a rough night to stream. Lots of channels are on right now.
Yeah.
You know, it would be very difficult to find a time where that wasn't the case. I've got a feature on my website called the CG Guide, which CG channels, as well as some folks who are either CG adjacent or just neutral on the whole titles thing. And when I did my grind for Siamese, I went on 80 shows. And I kept track of all of them in a spreadsheet. And then I put those into this CG guide. And then I also reached out and said, hey, if you aren't on here because I didn't come on your show, please contact me anyway. So it's gotten to probably be 120 or more shows on that CG guide, which is on my website. Wow. So yeah, if you check that out, if you're doing this like Aardvark and Skits Comics with Michael and Karshina are doing, if you want to do that and make the grind and you do the circuit, the CG Guide is a great place to go to find out the kind of shows. Yeah. What about is like 80 shows? Yeah, dude, you've got to, it's a lot of work. Marketing sucks when you're a creator, but you got to get out there so you get eyes on the project.
Yeah. He's speaking the gospel. You got to get eyeballs on it.
That's right.
Eyeballs on it.
Yep.
Rick is MVP.
Speaking of which, let me go down here to share screen again.
Segue?
It's a great segue. We're going to segue to Skits.
Hey, Macarena. I don't know where I came from. It's just Wednesday. It's Wednesday, folks. I don't know what. There it is. Origin Book 0.
All right.
Goodness.
So, Michael, Karshina, walk us through this. What have you got going on?
Well, first of all, if you don't mind, because of the lateness of the hour, can you play the video first so the video can speak for itself? Because I'm just afraid that we're just going to robot and shut down. So
okay, sure. Yeah, we'll start there. Footage. right.
Oh, we made it. Oh my gosh. Goodness
awesome.
gracious.
Okay, so that music was awesome. I was about to lay down some sick rhymes, but I didn't want to interrupt. So.
I was waiting on it. I said he's gonna drop a mad verse.
Dojo Kun's got that groove. Don't you know is what I'm gonna do? Oh, you got that stone in the background doing what he wants to do. So there you go. There you go.
Okay.
So they got me a girlie from the Pacific, from the Philippines to be specific. Some might call her a mail order bribe. Don't be saying that, man. I got my pride.
I think I may have just witnessed something nobody's ever seen before.
An 8 Mile.
Dude,
Yeah.
I am a white boy from
Life-changing.
Detroit. White boys from Detroit can rap.
If
I'm
you
just
hadn't
saying.
realized it. If you hadn't heard the news.
Well, thank you
From
so much for
Detroit.
playing the video. Hey guys,
Yeah,
hey
you bet.
everybody in the chat.
Hello everyone in the chat.
It's so unusual because yes, we're not on the scene as far as our faces because our internet is wah tonight, but that's okay. You get to hear us and you get to hear the energy.
That's
So
right.
thank you so much.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
tell us what we've got here. It's a live campaign.
So as you know, we came around about a year ago it was doing Skits the Sun Book 1.
Mhm.
And that went great. It was exciting, it was cool. But the thing that people didn't realize is about 10, 12 years before that, I actually worked on Skits before. And what I did is I did 3 floppy comics, and then I did a bunch of web comics and some other stuff. And I was just sitting here, I'm working on Skits the Sun Book 2, and I was like, well, this is where it all started. This is where it began. Maybe I should just take everything that I got and put it into a book and put it out there for people, see what people think. I mean, it's something that's already done. It's been done for over a decade. So I was like, let's just put it out there and see what people think.
And it's 100 completed pages, so
Yeah,
it is
all
complete.
done.
Literally.
It's all done,
It's
ready
done.
to go. So
Yeah.
this is just you actually get to go on a journey with me to see how you actually start doing comics. I was just like, hey, I'm gonna start doing comics. Let's just see what happens. And it's like, it's a little rough at the beginning, but by the time you get to the end of it, it's just as good as Skits the Sun Book 1.
Oh, okay. Good to hear. A lot of people like the backstory, the behind the scenes, if you will. Knowing that you've been working on this for 10 years gives it, I think, a little bit of gravitas. So I like that. And the fact, another one, the fact that it's 100 completed pages will resonate, I think, with the fans as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's something that we want to do moving forward is let's just have it done before we even run the campaigns, because what I had to do on the first campaign is I had I think I had 10, 12 pages done, and I had a bunch of really nice artwork to put into the campaign. But then once we started running the campaign and realized that it was doing really good, I was just like, man, now I got to go and make this, So I had to make sure I had everything done by the deadlines and everything. So I was just like, for the next campaign, for all campaigns moving forward, I just want to make sure that everything is done and ready to go.
Yeah, we want to make sure that everything is good and me editing. And again, just to remind people that Skits is from his dreams. It's from Michael's dreams. So these are kind of therapeutic, true to life, real deal, Holyfield stories.
For people who don't know, Skits is a book about a guy who can't tell the difference between his dreams and reality. And and the way this all started is back in 2000, I was working at a TV station, and I was working the midnight to 8 a.m. shift, and I started not being able to sleep properly. So I started having these weird sequential dreams where every night, or every day rather, I was actually dreaming these dreams, and then they'd start up where they ended the day before. So it became this really long story.
Fascinating.
Yeah, I just documented all of it. I was fresh out of art school, so I just documented everything. I got years and years of sketchbooks where I got tons of information and data, and the whole story is laid out. So we got a lot of stuff coming down the pipe.
So you see the picture that you just scrolled through, Dojo Kun is exactly what it looks like in the TV studio. Same thing that we used for the actual video that you played. It morphed into that. So it's kind of sort of like a play on the dream. Is it real or or is it a dream or reality? It's like that's an actual TV studio that morphed into, this dream of his. And the same thing with like the hoodies that he's wearing. It morphs into the straight jacket, which is significant, for Skits. Skits has a straight jacket. He has on scrubs and these big industrial sized boots. So everything that you see is exactly turning into. So when you're watching the video, you're like, well, is this real? And you're like, oh, this is real. Okay. All right.
All right. Okay. I can get down with this. All right. This is cool.
So, Michael, I wanted to ask you then, did you at the time consider that you had non-24?
What? I had what? Excuse me?
Non-24 is something that some folks who have lost their sight experience when they don't have the 24-hour clock. Their sleep patterns and all that are completely messed up. It sounds like maybe you had a bit of non-24. Is that still the case for you, that you don't have a regular sleep pattern?
No, I can sleep just fine now. I was actually in the Army. I learned to sleep quite well.
I'm the insomniac, actually. So.
No.
So he just passed it on to you. Gotcha.
Yeah. But I was working at the TV station, though, man. Yeah, I felt like I was in a daze for months, where you just didn't feel like you're completely awake. I'm not the type of person who can work the midnight to 8 a.m. shift. That's a rough shift. And
graveyard for a reason.
Yeah, luckily I only worked it for about 4 or 5 months, and that was it. So
that's it. Yeah.
But these are the results, and the fact that
look what happened. Look at the creativity, the abstractionism that you were able to derive from that experience, right?
No, it's great.
And it's beautiful material to work from. I was looking through it. I'm like, this has some echoes of some old school Twilight Zone. A dash of here, a dash of Outer Limits. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about like the evergreen, the evergreen ones. And I was always curious about if someone would kind of like take a play on that from their experiences, because that's exactly what those shows were doing. It was an abstractionism of reality, and of course there was some sort of moral to the story. But the way this is presented, from your experiences, and like you said, with 100 pages, my goodness, what a hell of an experience that you guys are giving to the readers and to the observers. I think
you get to go on an adventure. You get to go on an adventure, and that's exactly what we want. Because when we did Skits the Sun Book 1, remember, it was 3 variant covers with 3 variant storylines. So it was a choose your own adventure. This one is just one book, but it's that precursor to Skits going on those adventures. He's going here through the webcomic. He's going here through the actual book. He's going here for floppies never seen or published. So you're just like, oh, I get it now. So when you got all 3, you're like, oh, I see what he did there. I see what he did there.
Cheeky little lemons. Sneaky little lemons. I see what you did there. I see what you did. Oh, sorry, Aardvark. I was trying to.
I don't want you culturally appropriating.
I was doing the robot earlier, but hey, I was like, maybe I can get away with it on air. Maybe
that's language appropriation. Thank you.
Is that what that is? All right, so cancel me now.
If y'all know what onomatopoeia is, I have to ask you, Michael. Does this urine stream actually make that sound for you?
That was my question.
Onomatopoeia always goes down with a splash.
Well, most people, when they've seen this right here, they keep asking me, "Are you peeing on a horse?" And I was, it's a cop. Yes. It's a cop, a mounted cop. So it was an experience that happened one time.
So that's why you get the book to find out what's going on.
See, there you go. See, that's the mystery. I gotta know. I'm like, well, man, he just whipped it out and started, getting the golden treatment. So
and not only that, but look at the power in that stream. I mean, that's like over his head, for God's sake.
Had to go, man.
Are you guys
90 psi?
Are you guys telling me that when you use the bathroom, it doesn't squeal the word pee at high volumes?
Aardvark, I can neither confirm nor deny.
Yeah.
That, okay.
Maybe this
Girls,
isn't the time.
no, sorry. I can
Because I was wondering why people were looking at me strange in bathrooms.
Well, in the park, there's this one time, and then this lady, I was just like, listen, he does his own thing. Anyway, that's after the show.
Band camp?
At band camp. I'm telling you.
So the cool thing about the book is that because it has already been written and done, it's complete. I'm still going to give it a once over. So yes, Michael is blessed to have me as the editor because I edited the first book, and so I'm doing it again. So I'm just going to give it a once over. But basically, everything is still the same, true to life, from the dreams, from when he first derived from everything, and so. It's going to be really awesome to have in the collection. So that way it's awesome.
Also wanted to just say thanks to Rick Saylor in the chat right quick. I mean, he's really been kind to us and everything. And he's saying that Skits #1 to me was the most underrated book. Michael was an amazing artist. Thanks a lot, Rick.
I'm giving him a pat on the back right now, Rick. Thank you.
Thank you for your kind words, Rick.
We also got G-Clays for sale, which are gallery quality art prints, which is what you're looking at right now. And those are signed and numbered. They're really, really nice. Actually, they're really big too. Double page spreads and single splash pages. So
wow.
These
are MoMA style art pieces. Like seriously.
I mean, it's the stuff that they put in an art gallery.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very immersive. Like I'm there. I'm at that. I'm standing there. I'm just like, man, how did I get here? But does it matter how I got here? Just experience the whole thing.
We can come down here and see your faces.
Yeah, there we are.
Wow.
There we are.
So here's Michael.
Everyone, that's Michael. Say hi,
and
Michael.
then here's Karshina.
There I am.
There's Karshina.
There's that Barbie doll smile. Thank you, Dojo, for that. You were on Bancroft and you were like, hey, and we told him, I sent him the Barbie doll, like the link, and he was like, oh my God, I'm actually buying this now. I'm like, thanks for buying me, I guess.
Wait a minute. Careful.
Careful.
I'm vintage. Well, I am vintage, so it's all good.
It's all good in the hood, like it should in a
So Stone and Aardvark, in case you don't know, what she's alluding to is the fact that she was the model for the Black Barbie.
Oh,
like, for real.
Really? That is absolutely amazing.
You better read that bio. You better read that bio.
You bet. Well, you better put some respect on it. You better put some respect on it.
It was one of my first jobs out of grad school at the University of Florida, and I was graduating at 10 o'clock, and I was on a plane in New York at like 2. So
wow.
Yes.
That's really freaking cool. Kudos and bravo.
That's he's highlighting now.
Okay, folks, hold on to your butts. There it is. There it is.
Wow.
That is awesome.
That's something that nobody else can say. They did.
That's right.
Not even you, Aardvark.
Not even me.
Well, for Aardvark, I'm gonna give him a little tidbit. I actually did the marketing for The Force Awakens, so you have a Jorge connection through me. So there you go.
Oh, I see. Oh wow. Oh wow.
I love it. It's Jorge from now on.
Wasn't it always Jorge?
What wasn't it? Now you got me doubting. Now I'm in a dreamscape. I don't know where I am anymore. Was it Jorge?
But we just want to let people know that when they're getting Skits Origin Book 0, that they're actually, like I said, we said 100 completed pages. It's done. Printer is already selected. It's good to go. And the fact that Michael, he did all the artwork, did all the coloring, did all the lettering for. I mean, that's a task in itself, even when you're first starting out. So you're getting a really good
if you want to learn it, you got to learn it. You just got to go out there and do it and, just figure it out for yourselves. When people are like, how do you learn how to do comics? Well, you just do them and you get better by
repetition.
Doing.
And people know that we deliver on time. So that is another huge thing.
Yep. It goes to the press as soon as the campaign's over.
Yep.
That's awesome. Right. So literally zero risk. You guys are going to, once you make your pledges, it's like you're going to get it and you're going to immediately dive into this amazing experience that they've crafted from existence. This is beautiful.
And you'll get all of the backstory that you were wanting when you were reading Skits the Sun.
That's right. That's right.
You'll get all the backstory. 100 pages? Are you kidding? That's
Michael,
amazing.
tell us about the stretch goals here.
Well, our stretch goals so far are just paper. Like, we are upgrading the book. That's the main thing that I like to focus on, is just making the book as best as possible.
The quality of
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So
Okay.
we've just been upgrading the pages right now. The interior pages, or was it?
It was the cover.
The cover. It was the covers that we did so far.
For Skits, the Sun Book 1, we did over 25K. So we were able to do like stretch goal over stretch goal.
Yeah, we did
give
a
a
bunch of
thaumatrope
stretch goals.
and bookmarks. For this one, we're just focusing on the quality of the book. So like, if you had the actual first book, which you still can add on, yes, I'm going to be
It's an
that marketing pro, you can add on, the cover is going to be really awesome with that upgraded cover to it as well. So it's going to be really cool. Yeah.
So yeah, you can add on as a catch-up tier. So let's look at the tiers, as a matter of fact. Tell us about the featured tier here.
The featured tier is the book plus a G-clay of that image that you see back there, signed and numbered.
Skits in the City.
Yep, Skits in the City, and a PDF of the book.
And if you were on our mailing list, there's a discount.
Yep, we have discounts for most things.
You can message me after the show. I'll give it to you. But
still.
Yeah. Just
points.
FYI. Just FYI.
Yeah, FYI.
Yep. And then we have the PDF, which no one's actually bought yet, but there's tiers where it does come. So I guess we'll be sending out like 30 of them.
Yeah, that's for our international backers. So if you're in the pain of the cost of driving to the mailbox for the gas being so high, you can actually
$10 a gallon.
digitally deliver it to you, which is fine.
Yeah, it's just $5. I wanted it to be like pretty much just dirt cheap. I figure 100 pages for $5, that ain't bad.
No, that's good. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And then we got the book. There's just the book.
All right.
Yep. And this campaign is limited to only 250 books. So I think we're like 60 something books.
And again, if you're on the campaign, we got a discount.
Yep, discounts in the background.
So let me ask you this then. If you get this book on another tier, does that also eat into the 250?
Yep, it does.
Oh, all right.
That's at the total. Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, so literally only 250.
Yep.
Gotcha.
And then we still have Skits the Sun Book 1. You can choose which cover you want. Mine, Kent Williams, or Patrick Reynolds. And each one of those has a variant story inside. They're not only variant covers, they are variant stories.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. You get to choose Michaels. You guys know you want to choose Michaels. I'm not grooming your decision, but choose Michaels.
And this one is everything. You got the book, the PDF, and all 3 G-clays. Signed and numbered as well. And
of course, the G-clays are going to be sent separately in a art tube. Yep. You know, as everyone knows, we send out in protective Gemini mailers. To us, that's just standard. But for the artwork, because the artwork is so awesome, it lasts up to 150 years, I think, for the artwork.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
I don't know. I ain't gonna be around, so.
Right. But you can bequeath it to someone.
Yeah. You give it to your, great, grandson body.
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be a robot.
Right.
Yeah, it's on really nice watercolor paper, the whole 9 yards. So that's nice stuff.
And that'll be sent out the same day as your book. So if you got the everything tier or you got the feature tier, your G-clay print will send the same day as the book. So that way you have to. Oh my God!
Yeah, we're actually getting those printed locally at local.
Yeah.
They're really nice. I got a few of them here already. So
Stone had to mention robots, and then all of a sudden, that's what they do. I blame you, Stone.
It's fine. I'm working on getting canceled, so I was like, well, maybe this is the catalyst.
That's Stone Cold. That's just Stone Cold. That's just Stone.
Yeah,
that's
right.
Thank you, Christina. This is brought to you by Toys R Us.
There are 16 days left on this. Now, is this the second 30?
This is it. Just 16 days, and that's it.
The only 30.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, just
I
going
think
30
we did
days.
45
All right.
days.
Yeah, we did 45 days.
40,
We were like, let's give 15 more.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we did 45.
All right.
Not bad,
So-
guys.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
You're at 271% funded. Met your goal. 62 backers. That's fantastic.
My friends, if you haven't jumped on this, the link, well, I think will be in the show description.
Yes,
if I'm
it
not
is.
mistaken. Yeah,
Already
it will be in the
is,
show
yeah.
description. Yeah, so go support it, back Aardvark. These are amazing projects. That's again, I'll say it because it's worth repeating. This is the reason why you love the independent community, because you see these types of ideas flourish. And
Right.
my goodness, the future is only going to get better with time. That the independent community is going to keep producing these types of works. It rekindles the fire in me. You know what I mean? To see all of these great creators doing these ideas. So, guys, bravo to you both on some really amazing projects.
Thank you so
We
much.
appreciate you both.
Yeah,
And
thanks.
Dojo, we want to hear more about your.
Yeah, we
Oh,
want
yeah.
to. Yeah, can you talk about? Can you rap about it? You know,
Rap about it. Well, for a moment, I want to let folks see what Stone was talking about a little while ago. This is the art that was featured related to his book. These posters here of the characters from Journey of the Shadow by
That's
his
right.
artist Shakari.
Yep, Shikari. That's right. And shout out to you, Shikari. Thank you so much, my friend, for your amazing contribution to Journey of the Shadow. As you see here, just real briefly, I put the names up there on the ladies. That's the Novum goddesses. Goddess Rosaria, that's big sister. Middle sister is Goddess Evelyn. Little sister, I should update that because now the book is out. Her name is Goddess Nikita. And from left to right, that's the Mother of Knowledge, Mother of Souls, and the Mother of Power. And they play a key role in the origin story, in the backstory of Journey of the Shadow. What I did before Darkness Falls, all of this, I don't think the calendar is available, but all this artwork is still available on journeyoftheshadow.com if you guys wanted to get the 22 by 28 posters. All these posters are available. Had to put, those darn censor bars, but don't worry. Once you go on the website, it's not on the front page, but when you go to the store page, then you'll see the other version. That's all I'm saying.
The non-redacted version.
Yeah, the non-redacted. There we go, my man. We got to use some government language. The non-redacted version. But it was really cool that we got. Here it is again. Darkness Falls. It became a 607-page journey within itself. That it just expounds. It continues the story of the main character, Commander Sumisu, 19-year-old supernatural swordsman of the modern day shadowy Sunside warriors who are tasked to stop an ancient evil from resurrecting on Earth. But in Darkness Falls, there's a new evil that approaches that befalls the Earth. His name is Yoro the Wretched. And suddenly humanity is now collateral damage. Yay. But that's horrible for this guy because now, you know what I mean? I was just like, because now that was his job. That's his job. Number one, he doesn't really understand why he has all these powers. But number two, now he's doubting his ability to fight this and confront this new evil. So darkness begins to set within himself. And so a lot of these ladies that you see here, and no spoilers, but they're going to say, no, sir, you're not allowed to travel to the void. But can he gather strength from them in enough time before a galactic genocide takes place? That's Darkness Falls.
All right. Well, that was very succinct. Well said.
Nice.
And I'm hoping that folks took the opportunity to get Darkness Falls because it sounds like it's amazing.
Thank you, Brian. It's a part of me that it was called Volume 2, and then it did a complete rewrite. So it went from like 110,000 words to 174,000 words. And I'm already working on the next novel, which is Vengeance Theorem, and hopefully that'll come out next year. So
wait,
stay tuned. What?
You have more to say?
No,
you, Stone.
No. What are you talking about? Just mute me. Oh gosh.
Okay, so well, the last thing we'll look at then, since it is my show, we're going to take a moment to have a look at the trailer.
It's his show. Did you guys remember that, chat? Did you know that? This was wow. I was today years old. I didn't know that. are you going to pull it up now, Brian?
I am. Yep.
Okay. All right.
So let me see here. Got to do it correctly.
Trying to give you some background music, to motivate.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And that was like the Bloodhound Games Bad Touch. If you guys remember that, came out year 2000.
I thought it was the music from my trailer that you were trying to imitate.
Hey, no, that's later. That's later.
All right.
I saw him in concert actually in 90.
You're a robot, Michael. You're sounding like a robot. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Brian, you want to walk us through?
Yeah, this projectile reptile is starts out in the Old West. And the Cactus Kid is an infamous gunslinger. Before I go into the pitch, though, I'm going to let the trailer speak for me and tell you a lot
beam
about
footage.
It.
All right.
That's right.
Infamous gunslinger Desmond Gibbons, better known across the Wild West as the Cactus Kid, comes to the sleepy town of Clarkson. Trouble finds him in the unlikeliest of sources, the sheriff. After their conflict, the Cactus Kid finds himself inexplicably wearing the badge of a lawman. Later, while on the trail of a serial killer, he and his deputy run afoul of a powerful druid, and the events that lead to the Cactus Kid's transformation into the hulking, four-armed projectile reptile are even more than the druid bargained for. From the Wild West to current-day Los Angeles, where he meets superheroes Black Eagle and Red Hawk, and forms an uneasy alliance with the stunning but deadly Kitty Hawk. Join the projectile reptile on a journey of gunslinging druidic magic, superheroes, and artifacts. Projectile Reptile from Dojo Kun Comics, only on Indiegogo. Are you ready for the truly Wild West?
Oh man, I was jamming again.
Right.
You know what I mean? You saw us like, oh yeah, I've been dancing all night. I mean, it looks like a strip club already, but anyway, that aside. So with that being said, Brian, you can give us a little bit of the, more of the nuts and bolts, I suppose.
All right. So yeah, starts in the Old West, does come to modern day Los Angeles. Somebody asked me on last night's stream with RJ Carter, is it time warp? Is he extremely long lived? And I'm going to have to say that it's a time warp, but it doesn't stay in the future or in the current day. So on the other hand, I'm also sensitive to using time travel as a trope because a lot of people use that for lazy writing. Like, oh, it's easy to undo the death of so-and-so. Just travel through time. No, that's not going to happen. Yeah.
Nope. Yeah, that's unacceptable. We don't do that here.
No.
Not in this house.
So there will be a lot of crossover with the other stories from the Dojo Kun Connected Superhero Universe. So awesome. Projectile Reptile belongs among them. And there is a connection between Kitty Hawk and Siamese. And if you got Siamese and you received the ash can that came with it, you'll know that Kitty Hawk, Black Eagle, and Red Hawk have already made their debuts in that ash can called Meanwhile.
That is awesome. I love how you tie that together. That's just beautiful writing. By the way, guys, this is his show. So that chronology, did you see that chronology?
Uh-huh.
It all ties in. It all ties in. There's magic behind the madness. Oh, look at that. He just meanwhile.
Yeah,
Here it is.
Meanwhile.
This cover,
folks.
This cover was by Jose Garcia. I grabbed him before John Malin grabbed him for Graveyard Shift number 4, and he was on Lumina Vox, and he was on. I mean, he's just cranking out the stuff. He was an animator, so he can do these things really quickly. And I grabbed him before his star started rising beyond my ability to
to get him.
Yeah, right, because he's so busy.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's fantastic quality work. Do you have a launch date for that campaign for Projectile Reptile?
I do. Thank you for asking, because I can share screen and show you this. But this is fun too.
Okay.
So let me go to Chrome.
Check it out, folks, in chat.
This is now. I still got to go back to StreamYard and add to stream like so.
There you go.
The Dojo Kun Comics Projectile Reptile launch with Michael Bancroft on Late Night with Comicsgate, August 13th. It's a Saturday, so it'll be at 9 o'clock. 58 days, 21 hours, 54 minutes, and 7 seconds.
Nice
Hurry up,
countdown.
guys. Hurry up, damn it. It's 58 days. Do you not see that timer? That's like
That's
tomorrow. Right. That's literally like tomorrow.
Now, just like Karshina said a little while ago, if you sign up for this, you will get a secret discount tier sent to you once we launch. And for the first 100 backers, you will get a free 6 a.m. designed magnet. And I've got them right here. I really do.
There you go. Look
they
at
are
that.
substantial in size. They're big.
That's what she said.
This is what I was gonna say. This is one of the times where size matters.
It's size.
I do.
That's pretty large, folks. You want one of these. And so we need 100 backers.
Do.
The first 100 physical backers.
The first 100 backers gets one of these magnets. Yep.
That's awesome. All right. So you wanna project yourself onto projectile reptile.
Nice.
See that?
He's so good with those.
Prepared, or did you just come up with that on the spot?
I mean, I giggle about it last night in my sleep. I was like, I'm going to use it in the show tomorrow.
He's got 1 million of them. He's here all week. Try the veal.
It's amazing, guys. And then you see me just play something on piano, like on the corner. Anyway.
All right. So what we're going to do now, since we're at the top of the hour, we're actually past the top of the hour. What we're going to do is we're going to go round robin and ask everyone to tell us where we can find you on the socials. We're going to start counterclockwise with my co-host Stone. Where can we find you on the socials?
My friends, you can find me on Instagram at Journey of the Shadow, also at JOTS_store. And you can find me, Twitter, the official JOTS. And finally, journeyoftheshadow.com. Google us. We have the blue check mark. Yay, we got it. Finally listed. Thank you.
Aardvark, where can we find you in the socials?
You can hit me on Twitter. It's at Comics Aardvark.
All right.
And I'm also on YouTube, but so if you just do a search for Aardvark Aquila, I think I might show up at the top.
Aardvark Aquila.
Aquila.
All right.
Aguila.
Aguilar.
Michael and Karshina, where can we find you in the socials?
You can find Skits Comic on Twitter, on YouTube, on
Instagram,
Facebook,
at Skits Comic.
At Skits Comic.
I'm at Karshina J. And I'm also come get some. So that's come_get_some_2. And also my team at Verse Films Productions. Hey team, thanks for supporting us in the chat. So you can follow them at Verse Films Productions. They do horror comics and horror movies. So
and skitscomic.com.
Yes.
So there's a couple of things I want to clarify. Come get some is spelled COME, just to be sure.
That was my question before we got off air, Brian. I was like, so I don't end up on the wrong page.
That's right, yeah. And then she said horror.
Get some, yes.
Horror comics is what Verse Films Production does.
The horror comics.
That's right, HORROR.
Horror, scary, not the other one in the red light.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Really appreciate it. You made the show very fun. For those of you in the chat, you are very important. This is why we do it. And hail to those of you who will watch us on the replay. So that's been our episode of the Dojo Kun Shill Shack. Look for us next week on, that would be the 23rd. Talk to you then. Take care, everyone.
See you guys. Take care.
Bye.